welcome back to my booktube channel, Books with Leo, and today I'm here with another vlog. But before we get into the reading vlog, I would like to add a word of today's video's sponsor, which is Book of the Month. Thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this week's video. So Book of the Month is a popular and super fast growing online book service for readers whose mission it is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover the books they love. So the idea is that their team vets all of the books out there, then makes a curated selection of new and early release titles, and this way you can spend less time researching and more time reading. I'm very happy to be working with Book of the Month again, as they always have great picks and they are risk-free. You can skip any month, anytime, without charge. So if you don't like any of the books in that selection that month or any of the add-ons, you are still safe. A little side note though is that unfortunately Book of the Month does not ship outside of the US, but I still decided to partner up with them as I have a lot of audience in the US that might still be super interested in their service. Plus they have the best price for new release hardcover fiction. In fact, you can get your first book for only $9.99 with the code Leora. So let's take a look at this month's books and talk about some books. First we have The Perishing by Natasha Dion, a story about a black immortal in 1930s Los Angeles who seeks to recover the memory of her past. The next pick is The Lincoln Highway by Amor Towles. This is a stylish novel set in the 1950s in America. We follow Emmett Watson as he's on a strange road trip across the country, as he's just gotten out of jail and he has some setbacks and surprises that happen along the way. Then we have a book by Colson Whitehead. This is Harlem Shuffle. This is a gloriously entertaining novel full of heists, shakedowns and rip-offs set in Harlem in the 1960s. In Everything We Didn't Say by Nicole Batt, we read about Juniper Baker, whose neighbors were brutally murdered with her brother as the prime suspect. And then this book is the book I would 100% pick for this month. This is The Ex-Hex by Erlin Sterling, which is a book I had been anticipating for a while. The story is about Vivian Jones, a young witch who casts, in the midst of her heartbreak, a spell on her ex that does not turn out as expected. Some books that you could also pick as an add-on are the next few. This is Leanne Moriarty's Apples Never Fall, which is a book that looks at marriage, siblings, and how the people we love the most can hurt us the deepest. Another option would be The Book of Magic by Ellis Hoffman, which is about the cursed Owens family, who have been cursed for over 300 years, although that might be about to change in this story. First-time members can sign up with any book they like, including these add-ons. So don't forget to head on over to bookofthemonth.com and use code Leora to get your first book for only $9.99. So thank you so much for watching this bit, and let's now get on with the reading vlog. And my haircut that I will talk about for too long. I know, because I've just edited it. So as you can see, I've cut my hair. It was supposed to be like a little bit of a shag. It kind of is a shag. It's like a small wolf cut, you know, with like a bob. There's like some moments where I'm like, okay, I love it. I'm so happy. I look so cute. And then there's other moments where I'm like, I look like a small Victorian child. Like right now, for example. Yeah, not sure if I like it, but I feel like if it's gonna grow out a little bit, then I'll definitely like it more. One fun thing is though that my curls are really appearing again, which is fun, I guess. Enough about my haircut. You're here for the books. Let's talk about everything that I'm currently reading. I'm really in a big fall mood. It is September, but it is almost October. As some of you may know, fall is my absolute favorite season. I am beyond pumped for all things fall to be in the mainstream again, for Halloween to be happening, cozy evenings, rain, sitting inside, wearing too many sweater vests, looking like a dead librarian all the time. I just cannot wait. Halloween is upon us. I'm so excited. I'm going to be reading all the witchy and spooky books and a lot of fantasy, and I'm so ready, and I'm just really happy. I just also feel like in summer there's always so much pressure to be out there and be very social, and although I love being social, I also love sitting inside. So I'm very excited for that to be accepted again in society. Let's talk about everything I am currently reading. So I am reading Emma by Jane Austen in Dutch. I'm very excited to have found a Dutch copy because I was not getting it in English. I felt very dumb. I was like, I have no clue what's going on. There's so many words. I've started it in Dutch, which is my first language, and I feel like it's actually going really well. I'm at like page 88. Emma is one of Jane Austen's classics, and I think it's one of her last works actually. And it's just so far it's a social comedy, or that's what I've heard. So far, it is really funny. I think Emma is a very interesting character. I mean, I kind of hate her, but I also kind of love her, and she's just really funny to read about. And she's sort of doing this makeover on another girl. Well, that's kind of what it is in modern words, I would say. So Harriet, she kind of comes into her circle, but they're in very different positions in society. So far, it's just a lot of nothing. There's not really anything going on. It's just a lot of people arguing over stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. But it's really interesting, and I love that it's kind of really slow. You really notice that it was written a long time ago because it feels very slow as well, and that's what I really like about it. So this is great for my full mood. Then I am also reading A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This book is kind of turning out to be a disappointment for me, and I'm really sad to say that, because in the first, I think, 100 pages, I was like, this is going to be a new favorite of all time. It was so atmospheric, and it was just so perfect for the season right now, and I was like, I love it. I want to read everything Margaret Rogerson has written. I loved it so much. But then the middle, it fell really flat, and I really didn't like the way the story was going, like how everything was wrapping up and what was happening. But now we're more toward the end. Well, not really, we're like in the middle, but like we're past that bit, I guess, and it's getting a bit better, so I might end up really liking it again, but I'm not sure. So this is about Elizabeth, who is an apprentice in one of the great libraries of Ostermere, and it's basically this magical country, and all the libraries are magical, and they're like set in this sort of circle, all connected to one in the center, which is like the capital. Anyway, she works in the library, she was raised in the library, and in this world a lot of books are magical artifacts, and they talk and huff and sort of, you know, have things coming out of them, and you can fight them, and they're, you know, alive in a sort of sense, and that is really cool. And just the atmosphere of the library, and her wandering through the halls, and just her being sort of in like a sort of school there and learning things, and it was just, I really loved the whole librarian vibe and the magical artifacts bit of that, and I thought it was really funny. And also one of our guy main characters that came into it, Nathaniel Thorne, I was like immediately like, I love him, he's very funny, this is gonna be really interesting. But then when the story went on, there were so many cliches that went into it that I was like, oh my god, not this again, I've read this like 20 times already. This is maybe a bit of a spoiler, so skip ahead. It's not like a big spoiler, but if you don't want to know anything, then maybe skip ahead a bit. But there's this point where she goes into like a sort of mental hospital, but they're just trying to get her out of the way, and I'm just really tired of women being labeled hysteric and put in the mental hospital in fantasy stories. It feels so unnecessary to me. Like, couldn't they have come up with something more interesting? Like, it's just a personal thing for me. I think that I really dislike that thing happening in books. But anyway, the rest of this, the beginning was really good, the characters were really fun, I love the banter, so yeah. And I love Silas, who is the demon, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I hope I will like it again towards the end, so that's my hope. And then I also have some book mail and some other mail as well that I want to show and that I'm really excited about. Oh, I keep touching my hair because I'm just like, I look like a Victorian boy, help me. So first I got this package in the mail. I think I know what it is, and I'm really excited to open it. So let's see. I ordered this belt off Etsy a while ago. I hope this is gonna make all my 70s magical dreams come true. Oh my god, that is so exciting. I love unpacking things. Let's see. I never really understood how these belts worked, but now that I've bought one, it's kind of important that I figure that out. So it's kind of like this sort of chain thingy, and I guess you just wrap it around yourself with this. Let me try that. It's sort of like a necklace for your waist. Okay, that might be the dumbest thing I've ever said. Okay, I don't know how well you can see, but that is so cute. I love it. Okay, that's really nice. I can't believe I tried to do that all in one take. And then a book I got in the mail, I think yesterday, is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I have been seeing this book around on BookTube, but also on Bookstagram for a bit now. And then one of my close friends started reading it. Another friend of hers bought it as well. And then I was like, no, I want to read it too, because you guys are all reading it. So my best friend's really into dark academia, and she loves that type of stuff. She loves The Secret History as well. I liked The Secret History, but I felt it was very depressing, and that's just not the type of books that I really vibe with. But I do really like character-driven stories and character-driven fantasy, and also heists and gangs going on heists, and I do like the dark academia vibes every now and then. I just don't want it to be super dark and depressive. I know that's kind of the vibe, but I just want it to be a little bit less, you know? I just want like the libraries and the fall weather and like the mysteriousness of it all, but I don't want everybody to be sad. basically. I talk so much nonsense. She said that this was really character driven and it's still dark academia, and that's what made me really want to read it. I've no clue what it's about, but I've been paging through it a little bit and I saw it had illustrations, and now I'm like double as excited as I was before. So definitely want to read this too sometime soon, but I do not know when. But it's very pretty and I'm really happy I own it. And last but not least, a book I'm still reading is The Oracle Year. This is a book about Will Dando, who's a bass player in New York, and he's not really thriving. He's kind of struggling, and sometimes his best friend has to pay his bills. And then one day he wakes up with a set of predictions about the future in his head, and it turns out he's the Oracle and he can sort of see the future, or at least he knows these predictions. And from there on out, his life really changes. He sets up this anonymous website where he shares his predictions with the world. This book is really questioning morality, like when is what we do good, because we're all motivated by different things, but we hurt people in the process, and like what makes somebody a good person, whose interests are more important than other one's interests, because all the characters in this book that do horrible things or get swept up into horrible things are sort of doing it because of things that are happening in their lives and like their concerns and the things they're worried about. That doesn't take away that the consequences of their actions can be pretty horrid, and that is really interesting about this book. It's also really reminding me of Hank Green's sci-fi books. The titles just escaped me for a bit, but I'm sure you guys know what books I mean. I've been really enjoying that read as well. I've been listening to it on audiobook and I still have a few hours to go. But I will finish that pretty soon, I think. So yeah, that's a bunch of the stuff that I've been reading. I'm also really in the mood to read some fantasy, so I can't wait to pick up some more fantasy after this. But for now, I'm going to make some dinner. I still wanted to film a video today, like I've done my makeup and everything, but I'm not sure if I'm still up to it and like if I can do it in time. Friends, it is October 1st today. I am so excited. It is fall. It's full fall now. It's almost Halloween. We're in the spooky mood. I'm so excited. I've been reading a bit more in Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, and I am still really enjoying this book. Actually, I'm enjoying it more than I was before because our main character, Elizabeth, who was training to be a warden but then got caught up in this sort of murder mystery and was sent to the capital to be judged, but then she was attacked and it was this whole thing. This is not really a spoiler, but I am talking about the inside of the book. She is now back in the library, not the library she was training at before, but she's at the library again, and she's like going on heists and trying to discover this big mystery, and just the whole atmosphere of libraries. Every time she's in a library, I'm just really enjoying this book because it's so atmospheric and it's so autumnal, and that just makes me really happy. I did discover yesterday that actually this book is a lot bigger than I thought. I felt like it was going to be like 300 pages or so, but this is almost 500 pages, and I did not think about that when I started. I am really enjoying it, and yeah, there was a bit where it fell flat a bit for me, like I told you already yesterday, but now I'm sort of back into the swing of it, so I'm hoping it can still be a favourite, or at least a book I really enjoyed reading. I haven't read a lot in any of the other books I was reading, and I have quite a lot of work to do today because I really have to film some videos. But before I get into that, I really want to do some autumn and fall decorating because it's the 1st of October. We have to. I'm just so excited. I wish I could pop over to the shops and buy some new stuff to decorate with, but I think I'm not really gonna have time for that today, so maybe another day. But for today, I'm gonna open my cupboards and see what I can find, what I still have left for like autumn decoration from last year. And I've also just grabbed some random knickknacks that I think I'm gonna put on my shelves to make them look extra autumnal. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I already moved this plant yesterday to make some more room for books because I needed some more room for books in my living room because I have too many books. What a great problem to have, right? But yeah, so I moved this plant up there. I'll show you in a bit. And I don't think I'm gonna decorate with autumn leaves on my shelves again this year because that gave a very busy look, and I think my shelves are already very overflowing and busy as they are, so I'm just gonna see what I'm gonna do with that, and maybe I'll put the autumn leaves in my kitchen or something. Haven't completely thought it out. I'm just gonna see what I have in my inventory and what I can do with that, and then maybe if I have some time left over today, I can go to TK Maxx to buy some more fall stuff, which would be the best thing ever. Also, a couple of weeks ago, I went completely wild in TK Maxx and I bought a bunch of scented candles, so I'm gonna whip my autumn candles out there again as well, and I'm really excited. I love a good candle. I think next to books, scented candles is where I spent all my money. Yeah, my friends were like, Leora, did you really spend that much money on scented candles? And I was like, yes, I did, and it was worth it. Let me just show you guys what I've got in store, and then let's get decorating. Okay, so that is the plant that I moved. It was on my shelves in my living room near to my kitchen before, but I needed to make some space there for books. So I've put it up here now, and it looks really good, and also it has a bit more room to grow on my bookshelves because my bookshelves are pretty tall, and in the living room it was already sort of cascading onto the floor. So this is better. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of double stacking, but we're just going with it because I don't have room for any more bookshelves. So this is how they look now. There's just a lot of books, and there's already some scented candles from my previous scented candle addiction. These are just, you know, these are already, like, I've already used them, but I just really like the jars, so I've kept them. Here's some knickknacks that I found around my house that I think could be really cool on the bookshelf to give it a bit more of an autumnal vibe. So I've got these pine cones, a little painting I made like half a year ago, this candle with this thing that I found at the thrift store, and this beautiful candle that I bought for myself, and also one for my best friend a while ago. So that's some stuff that I'm going to put on the shelves, and now I'm going to look in my cupboards to see if there's any more like really autumn decoration that I can put around the house. And here's the living room shelf, by the way, that now has more space for books, and I can even push that aside a little bit to make more space for books, which is great because I needed it. Calendar is turned to the autumn October page, and it looks really cute. And also I bought a plant for mint so I can make myself mint tea, and I'm really excited about it. And my basil plant is also doing really well, and I'm so proud of myself. But okay, I was here for autumn decoration, not to talk about basil, sorry. Okay, so this is my cupboards that has a lot of my autumn stuff, but it's very stuffed right now, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. But here's already some of my autumn candles. This one is vanilla pumpkin, and I'm very excited to be lighting this again. It smells so good. I really hope they're gonna sell these ones again this year at TK Maxx. They always have sort of a different collection each year, but this one is just, it's so good. I love me a good scented candle, but especially during the autumn and fall months. And also this one's got a little jar with like all these acorns on it, and it's just, it's so cute. This is butternut pumpkin. It's really big. It's huge. I bought this year, and it also has a little pumpkin on the top, and it just looks really rustic and cute. And this one smells so good. I think I'm gonna be lighting this one today. Oh my god. Okay, I love it. I'm just grabbing a chair so I can see what is up there. I can't find it. Where did all my little pumpkins go? I found a little hidden pine cone, so that's good. There's a little bit of a mystery at hand because I cannot find my autumn decorations. So I'm gonna check my other cupboards to see where I put them. I'll get back to you. Hi, so surprisingly enough, I've already finished a lot of the stuff I had to do today. I still have to film my videos, but I have decided to go out and get some more autumn decoration. Then I'll decorate and I'll film my videos afterwards, so I also have an extra cute background in my videos. So I did actually find my autumn decoration stuff. It was somewhere hidden away in my closet, I don't know, but I've got these really cute lights with full leaves on them, and I'm thinking of putting those over there on that shelf. But maybe they could also go on the other bookshelves in my living room. And I also have these really cute mushroom lights that I also want to put up somewhere. I have these tiny pumpkins, and this is one of my favorite pumpkins that I own, and it's so cute. And then I found this loose pine cone. And here's some of the fall candles that I have, but hopefully we can find some more. I know you guys are all thinking, how much fall candles could a girl need? But you know, a lot apparently. So this is the look for today. I've got a long skirt and my long boots and my new belt. I'm so excited about my new belt. I feel like the witchiest babe, and I'm just, yes, it's October. I'm so excited. I'm off to the city and I'll take you guys with me. Full shopping dance. I'm so excited. Okay, let's go. Hi, I am very excited to show you everything that I got. I got some tapered candles, quite boring, but I needed new ones because I had burned all of them up. I always feel like candles are such a cozy fall item. Then I bought more candles, haha. It's just they have so many good candles at TK Maxx and I can never just not buy any candles. This one is smoked vanilla and cedar. I always love all the vanilla smells. Then I got this sage pumpkin candle with a little pumpkin on the front as well. It looks really cute and it has the acorns on the top. This one is not particularly fall themed, but it's smoked vanilla, and I smelled this and I just couldn't leave it at the store because it smells like you just baked a cake, and that's how I want my house to smell all the time. So very pleased that I found this candle. My favorite scented candle ever is the vanilla bean one, but they haven't had that one in a while. At Xenos, I found a bunch of just like fall themed leaves and stuff, so I can make a nice bouquet or something. Not entirely sure what I'll do with these, but I just thought they looked really nice. Then I got this really big vase that maybe I can put the flowers in, but also I just thought it looked really nice and kind of 70s. It has that 70s vibe, and I love that. I mean, if you've ever taken one look at my house, you know I love that type of stuff. I just got this packet of fall sleeves that I can dangle around things. I think it is iron wired, so that's nice, so I can twirl it around several places in my home, and I'm very excited to get doing that. There's some very cute mushrooms that I found at the store, and I'm definitely gonna put these up on my bookshelves and they're gonna look adorable. And then I've got these more brownish orange ones, and they are so cute. Oh my god, look at them. I'm so happy. And then I bought another candle. What a surprise. This is a candle with all these fall leaves sort of imprinted on it. And then this is definitely the best thing I found. This is a blanket, and it is so soft. You have never felt such a soft blanket in your life, and it's very fall themed, and it's got all these acorns on it, and I am so happy. I'm very excited to start decorating my house, and I'm gonna put this throw somewhere and it's gonna look really cute. And then tonight I'm planning on rewatching Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the Netflix version, and I'm also very excited for that. And yeah, I'm gonna put myself in my full blanket and cozy up. So yeah, now I'm gonna decorate my house, and after that I really need to get filming, so that's the plan. Hi, so I just filmed some fall videos that I'm so excited about. I cannot wait to edit them and upload them. Now I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm making a pumpkin cream soup. I'm very much in the fall mood, if you hadn't noticed already in this vlog. I'm also going to be FaceTiming my sister tonight for a bit. I maybe want to do some illustration, just depends on like the mood I'm in. And like I said before, I'm planning on rewatching some Sabrina, so I'm really excited for that too. So those are a lot of plans, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to all of them. But yeah, first I need to clean up a bit here from my filming session, and then I'm going to continue with dinner. Hi guys, I've been doing a lot more of reading in Sorcery of Thorns, and I'm very delighted to tell you all that I'm actually really enjoying this book again. I think I'm very near the end now. I have I think 40 pages or so to go. And basically, like I said before, there was this bit in the middle that I just didn't like where the story was going, but then it got back on track. And I just enjoy every moment Elizabeth is in a library. It's just, this book is so good with atmosphere, and every single second she's in a library, I'm just absolutely adoring the story and adoring this book. And yeah, it just makes me really happy. I'm also just really attached to all of the characters, especially Silas. I love him with all my heart, but also Nathaniel and Elizabeth are just really fun together. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying this. I'm just upset about that middle part. I just really didn't enjoy that. It's all sort of wrapping up now towards the end, and there's a lot of cliches in there and things that made me go like, oh sure, but there's also some interesting twists and turns that I didn't see coming. And I just in general like the story, and it has so many elements of like the magical books and stuff like that, and the way the world is built that are just really interesting to me and that I just really enjoy. I believe Margaret Rogerson has also written An Enchantment of Ravens, and yeah, all of her books just seem to be really magical, and just the way she tells the story is just so, it really transports you into that other world. And like, since Nevermore, not a lot of books have done that for me, so I'm really delighted to have found a book that does that for me. And I think I also started enjoying it more because it is such a long read, so I have more time to get attached to the story and the characters. So that makes me really happy. Then I also got some more book mail. This is a graphic novel from, I think, a graphic novel collection, so like all sorts of different comics and graphic novel stories mashed into one collection. It's a hardcover. So I got sent this by Illustrate Your Life group, and it's basically an experimental graphic novel compiled by 171 different graphic novel and comic artists. And I think this is book 2 actually, but I'm really happy to have received this, as I love graphic novels, and I think this sort of compilation is such a cool way to discover new graphic novels and different artists and styles. I think also if you're not that big on graphic novels yet, this is a great place to start. And it's a hardcover. I was so surprised by the fact that it was a hardcover. I didn't know that. So on the back, you can already see some of the art styles. So that's really fun. Let me open this. Oh my god, it smells so good. I always love the way comic books smell. I'm not sure if it's just me. But yeah, that looks really cool already. There's a lot of art in here. That's really fun. Okay, so I'm really interested to start reading this and page through it. Thank you so much to Illustrate Your Life Project for sending me this. So that was some book mail. Then another reading update. I've been listening a bit more to the Oracle year as well, and this book, I'm really coming to the end of it. I think I've got only like an hour or so to go. The whole audiobook is 12 hours, which is really long. Usually I tend to listen to shorter audiobooks, but I was just really curious for this one for a really long time. I think the way the story is wrapping up is so interesting, and I just love the way the author sort of toys with humankind and all of their weird things, you know, how humans work and how they think of each other and the way social things connect but also sort of influence everything. I just think that's so interesting. There's also some media critique and some social media critique in there. I really think if you like Hank Green's work, you should definitely check this out. And it's just so interesting. There's so many questions being raised by everything happening. Now I'm gonna go into some spoilers, so if you don't want to know, or if you still want to read this book at some point, maybe skip ahead. So at this point in the story, the Oracle is being revealed, and so the whole world knows that Will Dendo is the Oracle, and it's just, I feel so much for Will, but also for Hamza and Mika, and I just really want Mika's child to be okay. And yeah, it's really interesting to see how all these big powers in the world are sort of coming together, and how all these presidents but also journalists and people are sort of crossing lines and crossing paths, and how each of their concerns play into the whole story, the whole narrative and the whole world and everything that's happening. And there's so many interesting morally grey characters in this story. I think if you like books with like that question morals and what is really important, then this is definitely something you should pick up. So it's definitely one of the more interesting sci-fi things that I've read in recent years, so I'm really happy I picked it up. I did see people on Goodreads describing it as chick-lit. YouTube, please don't demonetize me. But basically chick-lit for men. Lit. And I can see where they're coming from. From a feminist perspective, would this book pass the Bechdel test? Maybe it would actually. Okay, wait, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe not. I feel like all the women in this story don't have ulterior motives, except for maybe like Lee, who wants to further her journalism career. So I don't know. But it's still a really interesting read and one that I enjoyed. And yeah. So this was my reading update and also a small book unboxing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and enjoyed me reading some cozy fall reads, but also bringing fall mood into my apartment. I have definitely really enjoyed doing that. And let me know in the comments down below what you are reading this fall, and also let me know whether you enjoyed this vlog. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and being here with me. Hope you have the best day. Bye guys!